Greetings! How is everybody today? Well, hello. This is Cindy Dean Music Page, and I am here on Horn Talk, Tips, Tricks, and Licks. And I want to welcome you to the show and thank you for tuning in. And usually we're on another day, but this week has been crazy because we've been having construction on our street. They have been repaving our street, and they finished most of it yesterday. So I ended up just deciding to do this today instead of another day during the week when it's supposed to be on Fridays at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So today I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about Clubhouse and what I've been doing on there. Some of you might not know what that is. So we're going to discuss that. But if you're here, make sure that you give StreamYard permission to list your name and comments below. So you just go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give them permission. Then that way I can see who's commenting and that type of thing. And if you're here, let me know. Comment, show some love, share with your friends, let other people know this is happening. Maybe it's useful to you. Maybe you just want to share this because you like me. But in regards to if you're here on the replay, let me know. #replay that you're tuning in. So welcome if you're watching on the replay. That's awesome too. We like to see you here either live or later. And I come back and answer comments. So, but most importantly, give StreamYard your permission. StreamYard.com/Facebook. And beginning here, let's talk about what is this Clubhouse thing. So first of all, it's an app and it's an iOS app. So you do have to have a couple things. You cannot use it on Android. You cannot use it on the computer. Sorry. So it is an Apple app, iOS app. I believe you can download it on an iPad, but it's mostly for the phone. So it's a talking app. It's like, I mean, I sort of feel like it's the radio or you're just talking on the phone, but there's all kinds of subjects and matters. They now have clubs and groups, special interests. You have to have an invite to join Clubhouse. So if you're interested in finding out, trying it out, if you have an iOS app, if you have an Apple, an iOS device, either phone or iPad, then, I could pass along and invite you. I have five right now to share. You have to get invited. So you can ask people, do you have an invite for me? Do you have an invite? I want to join Clubhouse. But again, you cannot join it on Android. So let me know below if you're interested, if you haven't joined and you want to check it out. So, I mean, I've just been kind of like scoping things out on there, checking different topics out, but it's a great way to network with people and meet people that have similar interests and have all kinds of discussions about topics that interest you or the businesses that you're in that interest you. In this case, for me, it's music, obviously. So, so because it's music, they ended up just starting clubs recently, and I'd found and ended up joining in the music education club, which is awesome. So they host shows. So they host other people that want to share content and discussions and whatnot related to music education. And so the first time I helped host discussion, we weren't in that club. I don't think they had the clubs set up yet. So we hosted a resource exchange for music educators or private teachers online, but it actually doesn't really have to be private teachers because it really just applies to teaching music online. And so then the second time we got together, and so this is somebody that I actually met on Clubhouse, but that I was connected with on Facebook and in other groups, thiings.com, which is another app, useful app. Eric Branner is the one that runs that company. But anyways, he has a lot of exchanges and discussions online. And anyways, I had met Tara there, and then we kind of connected and got together and decided we wanted to host a room. And anyway, so the second time we did it in the Music Education Clubhouse, which was awesome because then we get a little bit more people come in the room. And then, hello there, let me know that you're here. Let me just stop for a second. And if you want to comment, just give StreamYard your permission, StreamYard.com/Facebook. And then you can comment. I'll see who's commenting and whatnot. But anyways, right now, so just kind of getting into Clubhouse and talking about it and what I was doing on there. But Clubhouse is an iOS. You have to have an iOS device. In any event, we got together, somebody I connected with, we had some things in common. We put this room together to have a discussion. We got all kinds of interest. We had a really great discussion, connected with some more music teachers and musicians and music educators and whatnot. And it was just really great. And the nice thing about it is if you're not, you're not on Zoom or like a Facebook Live, there's no video involved. It's simply just a speaking app. So there's no comments and chats. There's, you're not exchanging files or links in that way. So sometimes, I've listened to other content on there. Other times as I'm doing things, kind of like listening. Sometimes it's like I listen to a podcast or what have you. But in this case, if you're listening to something, you can join in on the conversation, which is awesome. But you don't have to worry about being on screen, which is kind of nice. So they're testing it out still. As far as I understand it, it's a beta format because that's why not anybody can join. That's why it's only iOS right now. And that's why you have to have an invitation. So if you're interested in joining, let me know. I have 5 invites I can share right now. So just comment below, or you can private message me, direct message me. It's fine. In any regard, it's a really interesting app that you can get all kinds of information about any topic that you're interested in. So there's a lot of learning going on and different things, business wise and so forth. But we were discussing some resources, and there was all kinds of great ideas. And I know in past months, I've had an interview with my colleague, Will Alvarado, and we had a Facebook Live on this page, and we talked about quite a number of resources we had. So we talked about all different ways that we used online to teach on Zoom in this case. There's other platforms now to teach, and there's another one that I learned about and recently did a tour of that I'm still like haven't used it too much. It's called Musi.live. But it's like Zoom, but it's not like Zoom. So there's things about it that are better for teaching music lessons and so forth online. So that was another one that I found out about in this exchange. And actually then I went to another get together on Clubhouse and then talked directly with the person that created it. He was hosting a room in regards to something else, but this came up and it was great to get my questions answered. So that was kind of awesome. Like that's what nice thing about Clubhouse. So, I mean, I can't even go into all the resources that we've discussed, but you know, it was nice to hear from other music educators and teachers about like, you know, how they try to simplify things. It doesn't have to be complicated to teach online. You know, talking about things as basic as like, you know, you are online and you are in person, and we've been going through this crazy, crazy time in our world right now, and how you kind of need to like touch base and, you know, check in with your students, right? Check in. So like, not just how are you doing today? I mean, but kind of how are you doing today? Like, is there anything new today? Tell me something about your day. Or, you know, you start a discussion with your student. You don't have to just immediately say, okay, let's get started and play our warm-ups and play our scales and our technique. No, you can check in because you're working with humans, right? We're all human and we need interaction. And right now, okay, some places are in person, but a lot of places still aren't. And I'm still teaching online. I know it'll be that way for a while. My kids may go back part-time to school, but it's not going to be regular, and that's not going to happen for at least another month, if at all. So being human and kind of checking in with your student at the beginning of the lesson and then again at the end. So maybe you don't spend as much time like just going through material, and maybe it takes a little longer because it's online, and maybe progress is a little bit slower. Maybe it's not, maybe it's faster. Some cases, because some kids are really into it and having a really great experience because, you know, being able to have lessons because, you know, they don't have as many other activities to be driving back and forth to, and they're not driving back and forth to your studio right now or your music school or what have you. So they might have more time to practice, in which case they might be excelling. But it doesn't have to be like that. And not everybody is having that experience because they are going through different things. So we talk about all these kind of topics like that. And it's really nice to know like you're on the same page as other teachers and you're not in this going through the same thing alone. And, you know, especially as a private teacher and a teacher that's not, say like at a public school and what have you, although most of them are online and not necessarily with their colleagues, it's still, you know, they have a network of teachers at their schools. And as a private teacher, unless you're like associated with a music school or something, you don't have that same connection. So connecting on platforms such as this, platforms such as Clubhouse and whatnot, it's nice to see people on the same page. And I like actually hearing from people and not just seeing things typed. That's what's nice about Clubhouse. Although, you know, having a meeting in Zoom is kind of good too, but a lot of people keep their cameras off. So Clubhouse is kind of nice just to have the audio. Besides Musi.live, I got a couple other things. There was like, let's see. I haven't checked all these out yet. Jamulus, Cyberllama, lesson mate for lesson notes. All kinds of stuff comes up. We were trying to talk about accompaniment apps. A lot of vocal teachers and vocalists on there, and they had some really great ideas. Breathing games, not just singing games, which can be applied to wind and brass instruments. So that was really interesting to hear. I'm also a singer, but you can learn so much from other teachers teaching even the same thing. So I just want to, reiterate that there's more things to share than that I can share right now, because we had, like, the first one I think we ended up going almost 2 hours. The second one time we got together on the Clubhouse in the Music Education Club, we kind of limited it to an hour because of other things that we had going on. But we're going to try and do it twice a month. So we're going to be on Clubhouse in the Music Education Club twice a month. So if you are on Clubhouse and you want to get in on this, then you can join the Music Ed Clubhouse, and you'll see our schedule pop up. I'm not sure that we've figured out our schedule yet, but we do this on Fridays. Our time has kind of changed. Last time we did it at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I have a lot of resources I've used and taken advantage of. A lot of people seem to use Tanara for lesson notes, video exchange, rewards for practicing. Fonz is a billing and scheduling app. Vibrant Music Teaching is some free and some paid resources you can join as a membership. Teaching music online, that's another resource for teachers for information. Note, Flight, MuseScore, those are some notation apps, or not apps, but programs. There's another one I found, 8notes.com, has a lot of MP3 and PDFs of arrangements by that particular composer, and you can, for a very small fee, get access to the full site, and it has stuff for every instrument, including horn. So I've been kind of testing that out with some of my students, and we were talking about let's see, some types of things like, I know last time we were in discussion, some singing, and I think it was mostly singing, but I do believe there was like a string teacher talking about singing and playing with your student. Now, of course, with Zoom, you're limited a little bit. You're not exactly together playing with them, but varying your pitch of like an A440, for example, and varying it sharp or flat to get them to listen and play along, like with an accompaniment or with a duo part or what have you, to learn how to listen, how to sing or play, adjust your pitch. That was something that came up that I thought was kind of interesting that I hadn't really thought of before. A lot of visualization, talking about that. There's all kinds of discussion and great ideas when we've had this forum open. So I just want to invite you that if you're interested, feel free to let me know if you're interested in getting an invite. I have 5 to share right now for Clubhouse. Again, it is an iOS app, so it doesn't work on Android yet because they're still testing the format out. But I'm going to stop for a moment. If you find this interesting, please let your friends know. Feel free, pass this link on to them. Show some love. Replay. Let me know. Hashtag replay that you were here. And just figure out if you can use this app, the Clubhouse app, and you're interested in it and you want me to give you an invite. I can also show you a couple things, or show you, invite you into a room, or we can do like a little test thing or something. It's not as scary as it seems, although it is a little overwhelming, and you can spend quite a lot of time on there when you first discover it. Excuse me. Got my green tea. So in any event, I am here normally on Fridays at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. So I am here 1 p.m. Horn Talk, tips, tricks, and licks. I haven't been here every week the past month or so, but that will change. So let me know if you have something that you want to discuss. If you have a topic related to music that you think we should talk about here, let me know. So Fridays at 1, I'm here. If you haven't commented before, you have to give StreamYard permission. I use StreamYard for these broadcasts. It's streamyard.com/Facebook. They give you permission. Then I can see who is commenting. And if you like this, let me know here. Let other people know. In the past, we've done all kinds of different music-related content. I've had people on and talked to them, interviewed them, discussions with them. If you're interested in coming on here with me, let me know that too. I have another video I did with Will, and I'll try to remember to put it in the comments later, the link of resources that we were using months ago when the pandemic first started for online teaching. I am continuing to have this discussion online on the Clubhouse in the Music Education Club regarding exchanging resources for music teachers online. So there are a lot of private music teachers. It doesn't have to just be private music teachers. It could be anybody teaching online. It could be, instrumental music teachers. It doesn't matter. Band directors, orchestra, anybody that wants to get on and has the moment that we're doing our discussion. That's the other thing, though. There's no way to record these. It's not like Zoom call or a live here that's recorded. So this resource on Clubhouse is a little bit different. But in any event, thank you for joining us here on Horn Talk Tips, Tricks, and Licks. Thank you for letting me know if you came back, telling me that you were watching the hashtag replay. And if you have something you want to discuss, music related, let me know below. And if you want an invitation to join Clubhouse, because that's the only way you can get the app, on an iOS app, it's only for iOS devices, then let me know. you can comment below, or you can direct message me. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for coming. In the meantime, listen to great music. If you have an instrument or you sing or play an instrument, pick it up today. Make beautiful music. Have a really great day, everybody. Bye.